guys, we finally finished book 9 and now we are going to see what happens to Odysseus when he escapes from the Cyclops. So let's start by looking at the maps. I am in the virtual text. Your maps are on page 15, 16, and 17. So looking at this map, which has sort of modern country boundaries on it, Odysseus, when he left Troy, he was blown to the Lotus Eaters, and then he ended up over here with the Cyclops, okay? And now he is going to end up with Circe, who is an enchantress. But before he gets to Circe, something very interesting happens involving a king and a bag of wind. So he actually will end up in Aeolia. So he's going to leave the Cyclops, which is right here, and he goes to Aeolia. And this is where the king of the wind lives. And the king of the wind is like, okay, I'm going to give you a bag of wind, okay? And you have to keep this bag shut because all of the bad wind is in there. The only wind that I'm letting out into the world is the wind that's going to blow you home. So you have to keep this bag shut. Well, Odysseus does that, but he doesn't tell his men what's in the bag. So they are sailing home because all the bad winds are in the bag. They're going really fast. They're almost there. And then right here within sight of Ithaca, his men open the bag and they are blown directly back to the king of the wind. And he's like, okay, you guys must be cursed. So he says, I'm not helping you anymore. Then they go to this land where there are cannibal giants, which I mean seems a lot like the Cyclops, but I guess they have two eyes. So they go here and then they end up with Circe. Okay, so we are going to read just a quick sort of summary of the land of the giants, and then we will learn about Circe. So back in the virtual text, the land of the giants stuff is Giants and Sorcery, page 107 to 108. Okay. All right. So there's nothing they can do but sail on. This is after they open the bag of the wind. There's no comfort for us. After 6 days, they spy a pleasant-looking island with a fine harbor sheltered by high cliffs. But there's something strange about it. In this land, dawn follows dusk. There's no night. Okay, interesting. 3 scouts swim ashore. They meet a very tall girl. Without speaking, she points the way to her father's house. What people live here? Where is their leader? The people here are giants and they're hungry. All right, so look at how big the people are compared to Odysseus and his men. Now they're people, but they're giant people. They are not Cyclops. So one of Odysseus's men is eaten, as is what happens, and everyone else runs back to the boat. The giants chase after them. They sail away. Now, the giants actually get all of the men except for Odysseus's one ship. So he is left with one ship, and this one ship of men sail away. And they end up on Circe's island. Now, we have already kind of talked about how Circe is going to trap Odysseus, much like Calypso. So this is what we'll read about in the next book, in book 10. But they arrive at Circe's island. As he always does, he just sends a few men ashore to see what's happening, and they encounter Circe. And we will read the rest of that in a moment from an actual text and not a graphic novel. I hope you are excited about what we are about to read.